Hey everybody, Professor Benlou here with the third of 3 short videos explaining Unit 2 discussion board. In this video, I'm going to be going over the women's rights movement, the Chicano rights movement, and Black Power topics. Okay, so basically the women's rights movement, the document you need to analyze is the founding document for the National Organization of Women. So let me just give you a little background organization on the National Organization of Women, or NOW. NOW was formed in 1966. It was inspired by the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to push for gender equality. The founding members of NOW include Dr. Pauli Murray and Betty Friedan. Murray had been a Yale law professor and was a member of the President's Committee on the Status of Women. Betty Friedan was very famous for the publication of her 1963 book, The Feminine Mystique. It's an incredible book. I feel all women should read it. Friedan was very groundbreaking in the sense that she surveyed women that she had graduated with from her alma mater, Smith College. And in surveying these ladies, she found that women in general were not the fulfilled, happy housewives and moms that society would lead one to believe. And she found that housewives she spoke to basically felt they were missing something and were yearning for something more, including a career. And she turned her findings into the famous Feminine Mystique. I remember I read The Feminine Mystique when I was on a semester break, and I'm a very active person, and in between semesters I'll be sitting on my couch watching TV going, oh my goodness, it's Tuesday evening, I should be I'm late for chat. Oh, that's right, I'm on a break. So anyway, I had checked out The Feminine Mystique while I was on a semester break. And I relax by reading for like an hour before I go to bed. Usually I'm on my couch reading. My husband's watching TV. And I was reading her book and I went, oh! And my husband went, what? What's going on? And I said, you're not going to believe this theory that Betty Friedan has. Betty Friedan had the theory that women that did not work outside the home took more time with their household chores than women that work outside the home. And I looked at my husband and said, oh my gosh, it's true. I've been taking more time with my housework since I've been on a break. It's interesting. One main flaw with Friedan's book, though, is that it was mainly geared towards white middle-class women, but definitely a great book. All right, the next topic I want to go over is the Chicano rights movement. Cesar Chavez, very important in the Latino American rights movement. He was born in Yuma, Arizona in 1927, and he learned about injustice early in life when his father was swindled out of land by unscrupulous whites. This led the Chavez family to move to California. Cesar was banned from speaking Spanish in class and experienced prejudice. After he completed the 8th grade, he had to quit school and become a migrant farm worker to help out his family because his father had been hurt in an accident. In 1962, he, along with Dolores Huerta, formed the United Farm Workers. United Farm Workers is still an organization that is around today fighting for the rights of migrant farm workers. The main purpose of it, again, fight for the rights of migrant farm workers. They went on strike to protest their treatment by California table grape growers and lettuce growers. In 1968, Chavez engaged in a 25-day hunger strike, and Senator Robert F. Kennedy visited him during his hunger strike to show support. There's a famous picture of Senator Kennedy visiting him while he was on a hunger strike. And many years later, when he was on another hunger strike, Kennedy's widow, Ethel Kennedy, visited him in a show of support. So, very interesting. Okay, so the last topic that you can choose from Unit 2 discussion board is the Black Power movement. It's basically the document you're going to be analyzing is a article discussing the civil rights movement, the rise of Black Power, the rise of the Black Panthers. It's an interesting article. Like I said, all these topics are very interesting. You can have plenty of research materials available on each of them. You just have to decide which one that you feel you're most interested in. Okay, so Black Power, they developed a split within the civil rights movement. On one end of the spectrum were followers of Dr. King, who continued to advocate for passive resistance. And on the other end of the spectrum, there were people that said, look, we've gone down the path of passive resistance long enough. It hasn't gotten as many results. We need to be more aggressive. All right. The Black Panthers were a big part of the Black Power movement. It was a group that was formed in 1966 by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. They fought for African American rights and particularly against police brutality. Okay, so those are the topics that you can choose from. I hope these 3 videos have been helpful. Please let me know if you have absolutely any questions. Choose your topic, dive in, and I wish you best of luck. Reach out to me if you need me.